We're Scott and Angela Bomar, and this is our story. We got married in July of 2001, and during that time, it was ignorance is bliss, and didn't really think a whole lot bad would happen, but as God typically has in plan and in store for you, a lot of things, at least in our opinion, seem to happen.
Through God's will, we moved to Dallas, and I got a job where I traveled a lot, and we got separately independent, is how I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And through living there and not being able to have friends and find a church that was our home, for the lack of better words, we just really, truly almost divorced.
It took us going to counseling, and I dug my heels in so bad that the counselor actually had to just stop and say, "Scott, do you want to divorce Angela?" And that's the thing that stopped me in my tracks. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have the family I have today.
So after our marriage recovered, God allowed us to move back to Houston. And then in January of 2009, I was laid off. The economy crashed. I don't know if anybody heard about that. And then in April of that year, we found out we were pregnant with twins after having infertility issues for a couple of years. And then in June of that year, Scott lost his job. So we were without a really strong church home, pregnant with twins with no income, basically.
Yeah, and that was a tough time for me because as the man, you feel like you shoulder the load of providing, and kind of went to a mild depression and didn't really enjoy the time of the pregnancy, which was unfortunate because Angela was so excited about it, and all I could think of was, how am I going to provide for my family? And the day I got my job, I also got ordained as a deacon.
And then after the kids were born, I guess a year later, we really wanted to get involved in a church here. And so we tried several churches in the area and then came to Sugar Land Baptist. And within 3 minutes of sitting down, I leaned over to Scott and I said, "This is it. This is our church home." And we took the Dave Ramsey class, which
Financial Peace University.
Money has always been an issue for us, and we were finally on the same page. And then we took the dynamic marriage class. And then earlier this year, we were approached about helping start a new Sunday school class for adults or parents with preschoolers or younger, because we have the 3.5-year-old twins.
The dynamic marriage class was just tremendous. It really uncovered some things that we just needed to talk about, and I can't say enough great things that God's done in our lives, not just since we've been married, but even more so since we've become members of Sugar Land Baptist Church.